Hey guys, Dr. Ben here. I'm going to talk about something a little bit more serious today. Health is serious in general, but just lost a friend and patient to cancer yesterday, and just really brought home some of those things that we can do day in and day out. There's a very good chance that every single one of you listening, there's a very good chance that cancer will strike you in your life, whether it's you personally, a spouse, a parent, something along those lines. Even a very good chance that we get cancer, and even if the best things that we do, detoxification, all these different things, there's still a chance that we get cancer. It's a whole nother conversation about what to do if you get cancer, how to treat it. Do you go to Mexico? Do you do chemo? Those are all individual decisions and individual solutions there. There is no be all and end all, and that we can beat it or we can't beat it. Steve Jobs, if it was all about money, we'd be able to beat cancer. Obviously, he died from pancreatic cancer, and if money was the only issue, he would still be alive. So, I'm sure many of you out there have dealt with cancer yourselves, or family or loved ones that are dealing with cancer. Just some. Hey Monica, great to see you. Some stats that I was looking up. Breast cancer, we've got 2.26 million people with breast cancer a year. Lung cancer, 2.21 million. Colon cancer, 1.93 million. Prostate cancer, 1.4 million. Huge numbers. Breast cancer being the highest, but also there's over 600,000 people a year that die with cancer, and so it's very prevalent. It's everywhere. So let's get into what you can do today to decrease your likelihood of cancer. There's a lot of people that have breast cancer in their family, that have colon cancer in their family, that have these different risk factors, skin cancers, all these things, and you better take massive action. Just like if you have lots of diabetes in your family, you better take massive action and keep your blood sugar as stable as possible. Otherwise, you're going to follow in those same footsteps. So everybody jumping on, pop down below where you're watching from, and if you've had cancer affect you or your family, what you've done to help with that. Our office manager or mom went down to Mexico, had great success with that. Some people have gone through the traditional routes, the chemo, radiation, all that, had good success. Other people have not. So pop down where you guys are watching from, and if you want to share your story or a loved one's story, go ahead. And especially if there's some type of inspiration to that story, to give people hope, because it can be a pretty scary diagnosis as you go through this. So here's some things. We're going to go through about 5 things that you can do to, it's kind of the anti-cancer diet, but diet meaning anything that your body is ingesting. Hey Christina, good to see you, and Angie in Kentucky there. So the first is to decrease the toxic load on your body. And so this is going to be looking around your house, looking around your bathroom, your kitchen, all these things. Decrease the toxic load. The commercial health and beauty products are horrible. They're one of the worst things out there. We're talking makeup, we're talking shampoos, perfumes, all these different things. So if you look at that bottle, and unless it's like specifically they're going out of their way to be natural, to be healthy, you are putting toxins on your body. Any of the Mary Kay, any of the over-the-counter, regular, conventional beauty products are going to be very toxic and going to be a load on your body, guaranteed. So if you're looking into different products, as you're looking into ingredients and reading about them, you've got to see that they are actively looking to have as little toxins as possible in there, because they're one of the biggest things. Household cleaners is another one. Household cleaners, we're looking at even bleaches, different sprays, the smells that they use, all of those things. So an easy one to think about. It's not perfect, but you can get it at Target, a lot of different places. Seventh Generation is a brand that is pretty darn good. There's a lot of other brands out there, but again, unless they're going out of their way to be as natural and healthy as possible in those cleaning products, there's a good chance that you're going to have toxins, you're going to have things that your body is going to have to try to deal with. Even medications, excess medications, a lot of people are taking a whole bunch of meds, acetaminophen, a lot of them are affecting your liver, and that's ultimately going to affect that toxic load as well. Yeah, Chrissy, the toxic load with the sanitizers. We were at a kid's basketball game last week, and it was like, holy cow, what does that smell? Somebody had used it. My mom had actually used it walking in, and she had to wash her hands like for 20 minutes when she got home. It was so bad, that sanitizer smell in there. So plastics is another one, making sure that you're not microwaving plastics, drinking out of plastics. Those cosmetics, it's really, really potent, a lot of those. And so any of the plastics, don't heat up plastics, don't do any of these things that are going to leach it out. We've got another video that we did a couple weeks ago on plastics. The organs that are going to detoxify so that you can support these: skin, so skin brushing, doing saunas, getting the body sweating; respiratory, getting elevated respiration every day, so getting on the treadmill, going for a walk, but getting a nice breath like that. Kidney function, you need to be drinking lots of water, flushing that out through there. The liver detoxification, at least once a year, go through a liver cleanse. Liver detox is going to be helpful. And then the digestive tract, ABP, you've got to always be pooping every single day. What's your opinion on plastic bottled water? Well, here we go. Thank you, Monica. Number 2 is clean water. Unfortunately, tap water, you can get assays of your tap water, and so many local tap waters are filled with these issues. Sherry, yeah, Berkey's a great water filter. So tap water, most tap water is bad. You've got chlorine, you've got fluoride, you've got a lot of problems in there, but unfortunately bottled water could be just as bad. A lot of times the bottled water, they just stick it up to the tap and fill that in. There's really no regulation on what's in bottled water, what's not. Chrissy, Beauty Counter is great. That's what my wife uses. If you guys have questions on that, I can get you a website to that as well. So the clean water, so tap or bottled, neither one, you know what's going on in there, and odds are it's not very good. So if you're not drinking filtered water of some kind, you're getting more toxins into the body. We have a whole house filter because we used to put the little shower filters in every room to get the chlorine out. Better for your hair, skin. You're inhaling chlorine on all that. If you have thyroid issues, chlorine and fluoride are both in the same column on the periodic table as iodine, and so it's going to be throwing off your thyroid, blocking that iodine uptake. So you need to have water filter. I prefer whole house because then your bath, your showers, all those things are taking the chlorine out at that point. So clean water is really helpful. When you cook foods, you want to keep the temperature lower, keep it on medium or lower, and don't do any burnt foods on there. So you don't want to crisp things on the grill. That is a very high cancer causing issue. So cooking foods on the higher temperature and burnt foods are all going to be contributing to more potential for cancer. So that's definitely one of the things that we're looking at. Keeping sugar and grains to a minimum. We know that cancer feeds on sugar. So yes, those carcinogens. Eating glucose and grains is going to be feeding that cancer. It's going to be driving up that blood sugar. We know that there's a metabolic reason for cancers, and that's what we're seeing here. Last one, you want to eat certain foods: cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. A lot of those cruciferous type vegetables are going to be really, really good for anti-cancer, for liver detoxification, things like that. Vitamin A is great. Vitamin A is going to be in your orangish, reddish vegetables, fruits, things like that. So carrots, sweet potatoes, some of those vegetables are going to be there. I was diagnosed 5 years ago with breast cancer. They listed as environmental since there was no family history. Yeah, we get this all the time. Again, our friend that just passed, 49 years old, and very, very traumatic. There was no, oh yeah, everybody in the family dies from that or anything. It's a bummer when that happens. Vitamin C containing foods. So the bell peppers, the citrus fruits, a lot of those, look up any foods that contain vitamin C. Huge thing. Garlic is great for anti-cancer. If you eat garlic, make sure your spouse eats garlic, because otherwise we might have some issues through there. And then green tea is going to be another one. A cup of green tea every day can have some anti-cancer benefits as well. So it's everywhere. You've had it. You know somebody that's had it, spouse, parents, whatever. Very prevalent. My grandma died of brain type of cancer, got into the bones, a lot of different places. We've had skin cancer, a lot of things in the family. And so every day we've got to do things to make sure our bodies detoxify, don't bring the toxins in, and eat the foods that are going to help us to be as clean and do as much work as possible. So everybody, take care out there, stay strong, keep your body healthy. It's pretty intense, and yet we've got to do what we've got to do every single day to keep our body strong. So take care, guys.